So they'll be calling you a radical. Sorry about that. So cancel culture on Balco, on chemo, as they viciously attack the truth. The fucking oligarchs and the sheep play along. Political correctness, cancel fucking environmentalists, real ones, grassroots, cancel anything that has to do with the greatest ecological catastrophe in human history, the Fukushima nuclear meltdown. Fucking, somebody says, where you been for a week? Well, number one, I've been sick, really fucking sick. There's a lot of people don't realize you don't just walk away from AML leukemia. I've been battling AML leukemia 11-11-11. Think about the fact, my place in time. Oh, they must have mailed it to you in the fucking mail. They mailed it to everybody. The greatest fucking PhD in human history. The guy said, don't raise your fucking voice. Do not raise your voice. Go along, get on the boxcar, take the fucking shower. The obliteration of the First Amendment in this fucking country. The cancel culture of environmentalism, the cancel culture of the Fukushima fucking nuclear meltdowns cover-up. You can't go after that. And if you don't believe there's no journalism in this country, 0.0, one word, George Santos. 7th grade journalist, 5 minutes. Now, how long was that campaign? I mean, the guy is wanted in Brazil for stealing millions of dollars from an old guy, him and his mom. I mean, he's big time hardcore criminal. Lied on everything about it, including his ethnicity. Just proves there is absolutely no journalism. Mission accomplished. Remember when Maxwell's dad came in New York, tried to buy up the fucking newspapers, and then there was a fight between what's a newspaper and what's a tabloid? Because it was against the law. How did they do it? One by gesture and two by... Cancel culture and political correctness are connected at the hip. Just because you don't agree with some bullshit, radical, crazy fucking opinion out there doesn't mean that radical, crazy, psychotic fucking opinion doesn't have a... It's called the First Amendment. What I've done has nothing to do with opinion. What I've had to do, what they're doing now is they're going after the reality, the facts, the truth. Then you got the false quote of Trump. Trump's the opposite of fucking truth. Up is down, black is white. I'm a PhD. I'm a scientist. Full of cancer. Now, I want you to think about this. I had to go rogue. The greatest PhD in where you been for the last? I've been sick as fuck. I mean sick. And, you think about the fact that Google goes after me, viciously attacks me. Copyrights a strike a video from fucking a couple of years ago that did nothing but talk about the fact that the Saudis did 9/11. The fact that Bush Gore, the fact that we went to Afghanistan and Iraq based on the unarguable, documented historical facts. Unarguable. The Fukushima nuclear meltdowns. At first, I'm the only guy that called them meltdowns. It took me fucking 3.5 years to convince anybody was one. Arnie Gundershield called it a fucking hydrogen blast for 6 years. Caldecott at her symposium in 2015. Don't use the F word, Kevin. I'm sitting with Noam Chomsky. They're all going to be in the club. So as you know, I got cancer in 2011. I got AML leukemia. Now, for you people that have AML leukemia, the 10-year survival rate of someone my age is very, very low. For anybody, it's 16% to make 10 years. But I had de novo, OS. The survival rate 10 years is pretty well, 5 years is pretty well zero. I went into Beaumont. I've been fighting for my life, doing the greatest PhD field work in human history. Now, you think about cancel culture. Cancel out any real environmentalists. Cancel out when they can hide and shadow ban and fucking internet kettle. Don't raise your fucking voice. The greatest ecological catastrophe in human history, which was a hypothesis at first. These are full-blown out meltdowns. It's going to fucking cause a heat bubble or something. It's going to fucking wipe out the typos. The greatest acute... It's not a hypothesis anymore. It happened in an acute, radical fashion. That's called an outlier in science. Scientists are mystified, they're baffled, and their answer is to go after the greatest PhD, grassroots, while in critical condition, felonies in all 50 states. You think about it. You Johnny-come-latelys. For years and years and years when I had this field, there were literally dozens of Facebook pages and dozens of YouTube sites 100% viciously, illegally to slander Kevin D. Blanch, to viciously attack to the point where I almost got killed several times. While I'm in critical condition, doing the greatest PhD, being transparent, warning the fucking world of the greatest ecology. Oh, you're trying to tell me the full blown out nuclear fucking meltdowns, which there's no byproduct for that? That's the greatest mental illness in human. Oh, they didn't happen. Well, we know they happened now. And we know they pushed them in the ocean for all these years. And we know, and you're going to chalk that up to coincidence. Fuck, okay, that's the greatest mental illness in human history. Heat bubble oceanized. Quash out time. And I'm the only guy. I'm the guy that did the field work. I've been sick, as you know. Really fucking sick. The heavy chemo that went into my body, I had no chance to live. Zero. Aortic valve, I'm in an ICU unit with fucking open heart fucking surgery. I was told by Michael Hawkins at Ogden Regional Medical Center to go see my dentist when my aortic valve was, oh, we ran the test. This is the abuse. Weber State could have paid for my fucking cancer treatment. They didn't. They turned their back on it, spit on me. I never turned my back on them. They did me. What a fucking story. I invented the fucking Million Mass March. 7 million people on the backs of the Fukushima fucking nuclear energy disaster, the greatest catastrophe. When they could cover up this, and everybody just goes along. Kevin Blanch's hypothesis is not hypothesis anymore. Fuck, I was the only one on Earth calling these full blown out fucking meltdowns. It took the IAA 6 years to rank it a 7. And they're still a member state. Years to Tsar Putin, fucking dirty wars. The IAA, fucking Russia's still a member state. Sugar Wars, the last one. Got control. Plutonium war. One group of people running the fuck, absolutely. Illuminati? They don't. They radiate. This proves it. And all the media. Remember when Dan Rather, the greatest journalist of a fucking entire generation, went in and broke the oligarchs and the fucking lies of Vietnam? He went there and Cronkite put it on the fucking news. And broke their back of their fucking imperialist lies. CBS fired Dan Rather for calling George W. Bush a draft dodger when George W. Bush was a draft. Now think about this. Think about this. Google viciously goes after me for saying that 9/11 was done by Saudis. Unarguable, documented fact. They go after me for reporting Fukushima full core fucking blown out nuclear meltdowns pushing the Pacific Ocean. Caused the Great Pacific. Unarguable, well documented fact. Bush Gore, well documented, unarguable fact. Don't talk about the truth. Fucking, they don't illuminate, they radiate. I invented the term internet kettling. So much. It's such an historical figure, such an historical fucking true work, PhD, the greatest PhD in human history. And look what they've done to me. I want you to sit back and think about this. Here I am, this incredible historical fucking work. All these people that own car lots around there, all these rich people that get cancer and die, loved ones of cancer die, just chalk it up. Nobody could even give me a fucking car. Oh, I think about all these rich pricks that I think about them all. They think they're in a fucking club. You're not in a fucking club. And these same people are still buying Tesla, Amazon, these fucking, P ratios of 9 bazillion, fucking .coms all over. Not Jeff Bezos. Where'd he get all that money? Don't talk about the fact that his grandfather, and he was born at Los Alamos, the nuclear. They don't illuminate. They radiate. And nuclear energy is their greatest, most powerful tool. When they could cover up the greatest ecological catastrophe in human history. When they could viciously attack a guy in critical condition, full of fucking cancer. I got sick Christmas Eve again. I have neuropathy. Fucking, remember all those years of my shoulders, whatever, these fucking quack-ass doctors? Fuck, they won't do anything. The number one killer of long-term AML leukemia survivors, and I have to know, there aren't any of us, but the number one killer is lack of fucking health care. We have no health care. We're financially, the average medical bill for long-term AML leukemia patients is well over $2 million. It's not fucking, you're cured, go back to fucking work, go on it. It doesn't work that way. The byproduct of this disease is vicious. I have neuropathy in my fucking feet. I've always had that. It's gotten into my chest cavity. You don't even want that. Attack me viciously on fuck Christmas Eve. The same time Google goes after me for a video that was how old, how many years fucking old. And think about the trolls and people that go along and play. It's coming out now. It's being exposed that you can hire people to viciously attack you, anybody that doesn't agree with you online. Fuck the NEI, fucking the nuclear industry has been doing that to me from day one. There were literally dozens for you Johnny come latelys. Fucking in the early days when I was in vogue and I was ever there were dozens of YouTube sites and Facebook pages. Most of them are gone now. 100% to nothing to do viciously and slanderly attack Kevin Blanch while I'm in critical condition. And thank you to the small people that have supported the story, but the vast majority of the fucking sheep, I don't know what they are, but they've learned and they understand this and they do nothing. So, cancel culture of any environmentalist, any true anti-nuclear energy truth, the Fukushima byproduct, the greatest ecological catastrophe in human history, when they can cancel that culture and they can go after and just blow the fucking greatest ecological catastrophe in human fucking history, full core meltdowns, pushed in the Pacific Ocean for 43, and you're telling me there's no byproduct, and you're going to go along. Scientists are mystified, they're baffled, they're stopped, they're perplexed. That's not fucking science. What I did, I went rogue, and what a compelling fucking incredible story, and their answer to the internet kennel me, shadow ban me, hire trolls and teams of fucking people to viciously attack felonies in all 50 states. Not me. They could do anything they wanted. The son of a Special Forces Marine who gave his fucking life. Freedom Eisenblower, the greatest anti-nuclear energy activist in history, on the 200th anniversary of Waterloo at her house, who, her request I come. She said she was worried about her English. Short meeting, 30 minutes maybe, 4 hours in her apartment. She was full of cancer, never told anybody. She requested that I come. I did. In her beautiful, elegant fucking way. She grilled me for 4 hours. Kevin Blanch, I know your story. I know your father's story. She just rips Gunter Shield. She rips Kellicott. She rips Busby. Just rips them all to shreds. You're it. Don't you drop this spear. She was dying of cancer, didn't tell anybody. I announced it to the world. She didn't even tell me. That's why she requested it. Kevin, I never picked this fight. You never picked this fight. It picked us, and it's hardcore, and it's ugly, and you're going to be viciously brutalized. But you're tough. You're strong. You're a beast. You're it. It's pushed me to the limits. I've been pushed to the limits the last fucking week. I mean, to the point where I really, I thought I was going to die. I mean, the pain that I've dealt with in 11 years with this brutal, brutal disease, not to mention how heartbreaking it is to sit and watch people slander me, viciously attack me, fucking go after me. Well, it's overwhelming. The very pioneers of YouTube being eaten by the very monsters we created. The First Amendment just ripped to fucking shreds and slaughtered in this fucking country. Media? There's no fucking media. Fukushima hasn't proven to you there's no media. Whatever these oligarchs put out, these fuckers regard, and look up every media board of directors. They're all the same. They're all foreign entities, which is against the law. Operation Foxconn News, Wanted by Jetstream. George Santos. 7th grade journalists could expose that in 5 fucking... Did they? Did they? Because there is no media. And what they've done to media. Well, if you're a grassroots journalist, where the fuck you going to go? Where are you going to go? Twitter? Twitter? Oh, fuck. Elon Musk? Oh, my God. Keep buying his fucking overrated fucking up. I mean, oh, my God. And people still fucking pound. They turn to the fucking stock market. Go to fucking Vegas and play blackjack. Fuck, they'll give you a cocktail. It's a rigged game, too. Shoe decks. Everything's rigged in this country in the last 40 years. We've gone from fucking, especially post-2000, the good old USAA, quality mattered. To now it's all quantity. It's shit. I have neuropathy in my fucking upper fucking cavity now. It used to be getting in my shoulders once in a while. I couldn't figure it out for years and years. And it took support groups being at, which they got rid of all those, right? Fucking since COVID, there's no fucking networking among people. People can't communicate with each other. Nothing. I mean, I can't even go talk to my politicians or see my politicians and have conversations about Fukushima, which I have. I'm the only person on earth that's done it because they don't do anything. Everything's virtual now by design. Just the greatest PhD. Where was I supposed to go? The universities? They're totally captured. Talk about the Fukushima disaster. I'm a butcher, what's a cow? I'm a baker, what's a cake? I'm a marine biologist at Weber State University. What's Fukushima? Where was I supposed to go? What was I supposed to do? When a doctor looks you right in the fucking eyes, you watched your maid, Annika, from Kiev, held her hand while they loaded her in a body bag at 38 years old. My father died so fucking young, drafted, marched into the Nevada test site, and fucking taken out by the Department of Energy, which is the Department of Nuclearism. I want to ask you, what would you do? And then a doctor looks you right in the eyes, says, get your affairs in order. You got 2 months probably to live. At what point do you throw down? Don't raise your voice. Fuck, what they've done to the First Amendment in this country is fucking outrageous. And then you got fucking these people that took advantage of it and just war profiteered like fucking Alex Jones and those creepy fuckers. I mean, what they did is disturbing. They thrashed the First Amendment. Cancel culture of any environmentalists. Cancel the culture of any real PhD. The greatest PhD opportunity in human fucking history. For 11 years. Boots on the ground. The fucking typo work, all documented. It's not hypothesis anymore. 95% of collapse of the animals of the Pacific Ocean is a documented fact. That's called an outliner. The salmon numbers, fucking everything that I did. All my fucking work, all 100%. And their answer is to fucking viciously attack me. While I'm in critical condition with no fucking, and they know it. Fucking the academia fucking community blackball me. Just in the name of Fama K. Brody. They did the same thing to her at the same university in the same town. When you get cancer, all you oligarchs, all you ring kissers, you imperialist bootlickers, hand them your fucking merit badge. It's been an incredible fight. I can't believe I'm even still alive. I've had to have my teeth pulled, open heart surgery, being viciously attacked when I'm in ICU unit, fucking slandered. When I was in Europe, they fucking hacked all my sites, fucking just split. I mean, Google goes after me, Twitter goes after me, everybody. Who doesn't? For what? Don't fucking raise your voice. Really? Really? Political correctness and cancel culture. The cancel culture, well, really, let's get real. You want to talk all this different thing. The cancel culture of the environmentalists, of the anti-nuclear energy activists, of the Fukushima PhD byproduct and truth, the greatest PhD in human history. Think about that. And they get away with it. They get away with it. Unargumented, documented fact, Bushko. Unargumented, documented fact, 9/11, Saudis flew the fucking planes. Unarguable, documented fact, tide pools collapsed post-Fukushima. Unarguable, documented fact, 95% collapse in the salmon. The fucking heat bubble of the Western Ice. The Great Salt Lake was at normal levels in 2011-12. Kevin Blanch's fucking boots on the ground. Unarguable, documented, factual fucking truth. I don't do opinion. I've done the fucking work. Everybody talking about the Great Salt Lake collapse now? I was doing it as it happened. The salmon collapse as it happened. The tide pools as I have boots on the ground. I don't even live in California. Sleeping in a fucking sleeping bag. Keynote speaker in the fucking hearings. Fucking asked people that gave me a ride to the hearings. Turn your back on me. When after the hearings, I sleep on the fucking beach in the sleep bag when I'm in critical condition with platelet counts in the 30s. No money, nearly starved to death. And you can legally, viciously attack a person like that. So I got neuropathy in my upper fucking chest cavity. You don't want that. It's the worst pain I ever had. And I've grown up with a lot of pain in my fucking life. A lot of pain. Physically and emotional. Too much. Too much. It's overwhelming. I'm overwhelmed. It's done it. It's took its toll on me. King of pain. I don't know how I am even alive. I don't know how I survived. My life's fucking been ripped to fucking shredders and torn so for standing on the truth. Just the greatest PhD in human history. You're trying to tell me full blown out nuclear meltdowns. It took me 3.5 years to convince. I'm the only fucker was calling it nuclear energy meltdown. Busby called it hydrogen blast for 7 years. Cal, don't say the F word. Chris Busby said it'll dilute. The media has viciously attacked me. Fucking hired teams of the NEI, the Department of Energy, the nuclearism. They don't illuminate. I mean, I hate that word. Oh, it's one group of people. They radiate. And they could viciously go after me. And for God forbid you raise your fucking voice. Political correctness. You go back to sitcoms. I was watching some old Sanford and Son. That would fucking be ripped to shreds. It would never go up. Music. The Kinks. She never lost her head. I mean, none of that music would have ever gone up. None of it. I mean, you go pre 2000, it would have been hate speech. I remember when this country used to protect the First Amendment. They didn't give a fuck how radical. They disagreed with your bullshit. And I mean, there's always been radical, psycho, crazy shit out there. But it was allowed because if we didn't allow the First Amendment, didn't allow it all, this would happen. The real stuff that did matter wouldn't get allowed. When they can go after a guy in critical condition with AML fucking leukemia. I remember that fucking videos inside my room with my central line hanging out of my jaw. The brass at LDS used to attack me for it. My doctors know. He would override me. Leave him the fuck alone. Walking the coast of California with platelet counts of 38 in critical condition. The number one killer of long-term fucking AML leukemia survivors is lack of quality health care, because we have none. Michael Hopkins, Ogden Regional Medical Center. My heart's failing. It's my heart. It's bleeding. Went in there several times. Witnesses did videos. Go see your dentist. I collapsed in my yard. Finally got up to a doctor, luckily, that was an old student of mine, KD. Got me in to see Cloud, and Cloud was like, your organ valve's completely 100% cloud. How are you alive in a wheelchair? This is what I've got. You think about all the wealth and all the fucking money out there. So I say, hey, we got 800 cars on our car lot. Here's a new fucking truck. Drive for a year or two until you get going. No, fuck. Just the greatest PhD in human history. The Fukushima full-blown out core meltdowns. Not undocumented. Documented fact. Unarguable fact. Never happened in the history of mankind. Pushed into the Pacific Ocean for all those years, and everything that's happened post, you're going to chalk up. That doesn't get it in science. Coincidence. I learned when I was a young honor student about fucking, I remember my grandfather, you're not going to fucking any of these, Sam-I-Am, Stanford fucking scam. These elitists, no. And I could have. I was accepted to Caltech. I was accepted at 16 years old. And I was one of those. You're not going to any of those. You're going to your regular college and you're going to learn a trade. We're not old imperialists. Apparently we are. My credentials are so fucking... I showed you mine. Show me yours. My field work is impeccable. It's incredible. Low fucking tides. The greatest low tides in fucking decades and decades. I'm there. Up and down. Fucking all over it. My tide pool fucking video play rest is such an historical document. My salmon work. My well work. Fucking my Great Salt Lake work, my travel, my work at the IAEA in Vienna, Austria, my work all over the world at the Peace Vigil in front of the White House, in fucking New York City fighting Saddest King Kong on the Bell House, in the Utah State House, in the Idaho State House, in the California State House, fucking battling this fairy tale. Yay, we're going to get fucking, I'm a mermaid. I'm a unicorn. New scale, nuclear reactor, just flood them with money, when there's no such fucking thing. Fucking, they all know it. The Immunity Act. They don't have to pay it back. Free money and everybody just goes along. Yeah, we got fucking cold fusion at fucking, no they don't. And everybody's go, because of the way they handled the internet. They squashed me. What a compelling fucking story. That's what my doctor used to always say. How the hell do you not have 100 million? It's the most compelling story in my 40-year I don't believe it. Here, the anti-nuclear Fukushima, I mean, and then you get it and you go into the bone marrow on 11/11/11. You survive this unsurvivable disease, and while you're fighting for your life, you do the greatest PhD. I literally walked from Mexico to San Francisco on the beach with no money, with no nothing, fighting for the fucking whales, fighting for the sea lions with the animals. What did I get for it? Slandered, attacked, internet fucking just viciously attacked. Don't raise your voice. Get on the boxcar and take your fucking shower. You know, it'll probably end up killing me. It's been a hell of a battle, and sometimes I feel like I wish I was fucking gone, because I mean the pain is that horrific. You know, and I have nothing. I have no fucking network. I have no health care. I have no nothing. Mike Lee kicked me out of Medicaid while I was in a bone marrow transplant center for no reason. The son of a Specialist Forces Marine who gave his life. My uncle who raised me stood on Omaha Beach on D-Day in the bottom of the fucking bulge. They don't illuminate, they radiate. If you think there's a media, just one word, one name, George Santos. That's not even possible, right? No, it's possible. When they can cover up the greatest ecological attack, we're afraid of nuclear meltdowns. We're afraid of nuclear meltdowns until we get multiple nuclear meltdowns and they happen. Then we just ignore them. Well, they ignore them because you don't even know about them. And they kettle me. They go after the greatest PhD in fucking human history. And everybody's good with it. Climb on the boxcar, take the shower. Not me. You go along with this fucking incredible criminal activity of slander and cancel culture of Kevin Blanch. Go for it. It's sinful. It's fucking hateful. It's disgusting. And surely don't raise your fucking voice. The greatest ecological catastrophe in human history. Just fucking sit back and let them fucking keep going. Why don't you send a fucking check to Livermore's lab? You know? These fake environmentalist groups. Fuck. Don't be a grassrooter and tell the fucking truth. Don't do it. Cancel culture. Don't raise your voice. Cancel any environmentalist, any real PhD. Fucking the byproduct of the Fukushima fucking disasters. Fucking just viciously attack him. Their greatest fucking friend. And everybody plays along. Not me. Stay in tune.